Are we on now?
We are on now.
That's a different sound. I'm not used to it. Is
That's the same sound for the Art Assault podcast.
it?
Yeah. I
Because
still gotta I gotta make a I wanna
I'm
make
hearing it on my system. I guess is what it is.
yeah. We can't hear it when we're over at coaches because we don't have any audio because we don't need to hear anything. So we don't really hear it
Hmm.
when we broadcast Art Assault podcast. But this is not the Art Assault podcast. It may be shocking that it's not because you hear Kevin's voice and you hear my voice, and here we are.
And there's paintings behind me that.
Well, they can't see that yet, so.
Oh well, there will be.
But happy Wednesday. This is For Music Lovers Only, the podcast. This is episode 151, and we're going to be talking about most shocking songs. And shocking, that's all subjective. Everybody's going to be shocked differently, so this should be a fun episode.
Yeah, it's
And,
very, very broad subject that I
yeah,
noticed.
I kind of kept it broad just because I like to sometimes. Sometimes it's nice to have a honed in topic, but sometimes it's not. But let's get into it.
Welcome to For Music Lovers Only, a podcast where each host makes a top 5 list of their favorite songs from this week's topic. Each week is a new topic. Tune in, I dare you.
Music Lovers Only.
You're always saying stuff. Ah, there she is.
She's here. I knew she would show up. I had faith. I
I
had
was here
faith.
the whole time.
Put you.
You were here. We didn't push the right, but you did like I did. You probably went in the wrong room.
Kevin's
no,
always
so,
in the wrong room.
no, what had happened was I was eating jambalaya and I made it really good. And me and the kids were sitting at the table and we were like, oh my God, this is such good jambalaya. And then we were singing the song, Jambalaya. And then like I looked up and I said, shit, it's 8:25.
Don't you love it when you cook something so good and you're just like, you amaze yourself and you're just like, every bite you take, it's like, food gasmic. The kid always looks at me funny.
Oh, it was insane. Like it was I usually don't put enough like water in it or oil. And so I put a little bit of extra everything, sauteed some carrots and some celery, and I used some Cajun sausage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was ooh, and then I cooked the shrimp different because I usually like try to crisp it or whatever else, but I just went ahead and sauteed it in butter. Ooh, and then like I put a little bit of butter in it too, just like a little of butter in it, and and then I put in my own seasonings also instead of just what came with the package. But
Yeah.
what are you? Hi, not this isn't about me.
Welcome
Yeah,
to Sontia's cooking show.
I can see Kevin down
Main
there.
subject
drooling.
jambalaya.
Happy Rex Manning
Rex
Day!
Manning Day.
Yay!
Kevin, don't get that reference, do you?
Which one?
Rex Manning
Rex
Day.
Manning Day.
I heard you guys talking about it the other time. I must have missed the part where what it was about.
Yeah, it's a day off of the movie Empire Records, which is one of the best cult.
Uh-oh, he froze.
Oh wow!
It is one of the best cult classic movies. It's one of my top 5, and I'm pretty sure it's one of Sontia's. There, you're back. You
Okay,
blinked.
did I do
glitched.
that?
You
I don't-
glitched.
Did I do that?
Can I do that?
I'm just messing up everything today. But
That
we're gonna
was
make it through
shocking.
it. I'm
That
being
was shocking.
shocking.
Shocking. But yeah, let's. I emailed everybody the Webster definition, so let's go back to that and see, just so we can get an idea. And like we were talking before we hit the button or before we officially came on, it's pretty subjective subject. It's loosey goosey, just like we like it. But I don't know if this is the Webster's dictionary definition, but it is what my phone said when I said describe or define shocking. But it's something that causes intense surprise, horror, disgust, or scandal, often considered very bad or improper. It implies a sudden heavy emotional impact similar to a shock,
Mm.
and it could be construed as a violation of moral standards. So if
Yeah,
we're
for
not
all of that.
already if we're
Mhm.
not already on any radars, I'm sure we will be after this episode. But
I feel like the amount of times that I'm going to say gay today might get us in trouble.
mine is going to be horrible. I did it, like I was telling Kevin before we got on, the numbers on YouTube completely tanked, and it was right after I did a Today in Music about Jim Morrison turning himself in for exposing himself on stage.
Mhm.
So, I hate to try to, I don't know, use proper words, because I mean they died, they dead, his
Mhm.
wiener was out, I mean,
Wiener.
yeah, but
It's called cock rock.
I don't think in that, I mean, okay, yeah, he probably shouldn't have done it, and I mean the rumor is that it was just his finger. I mean,
That's
there's
sad and depressing.
well, he was a drunk, so you know how that goes. I mean, he was on lots of things, so sometimes the things you ingest, affect your your
Thing.
your middle finger, the finger between your legs, uh, and I don't know. It definitely ruined the Doors' careers, but I think just me, saying exposed himself is flagged things, but I'm sure I know I will say that at least once more on tonight's episode. Shocking, because it's shocking.
Oh my goodness, man! The Doors are like still one of the greatest cult followings ever. I I get it. I get it. I'm not into it, but I get it.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. I mean, he was a poet. He lived a pretty wild life, and then that movie that Val Kilmer did is a great movie. Val Kilmer did a great job in it, but that's not who Jim Morrison was. The band, the remaining members of the band, even came out and go, "Nah, he was pretty. I mean, he was, pretty well mannered for the most part. I mean, towards the end, being a drunk probably had a little less well mannered.
Oh yeah, yeah. Those drunken. Ow! Fuck!
The cat get you?
Oh, it
Buddy
got me
bone?
right on the bone. I can't feel my fingers. That's I was shocked.
All right. Well, I say since we don't have the official spinner in tow, coach or assistant coach K711, you want to go first?
Sure.
Or you can pick who goes first. It can be you, or you can pick somebody else. How about
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Guest honors.
I'll just go first, I guess.
Okay, here's your
All right.
sounder. I still got your sounder.
Just a side note, when you said like a shocking song that was something, Roy Robertson back in 1927, he got kicked out of the United States after he was like I don't know, he was a very rounded gentleman. He was a football player, he was a track star, he was all these things. He did some He did some Broadway stuff and did some movies and stuff. Then he got kicked out of the country and he started singing the Old Man River and he used it as a protest song. Just a quick FYI.
I thought you said Roy Orbison in the 1927. I was like, I don't think that's true.
No, Robertson did do that song, but that was like in some other time period.
Yeah,
But no,
you're talking about somebody else.
It's like Robertson or something like that. It's just,
okay, gotcha.
Interesting.
So I kind of went into some weird areas on this because, all rock and roll, all punk rock, all especially a certain time period was all supposed to be shock. Everything from Black Sabbath to, of course, Marilyn Manson, all those guys. Then anybody that puts on a stage show, So, but I'm not even going there. So my first one is called Frankie Teardrop.
Yeah.
And the song is called Suicide. And I actually have this album at home. Not done in 1977.
Yeah.
And it's about a father dismembering and killing his family, and then he kills himself. It's a really avant-garde, droning type of song,
Mm.
and very, very morbid because he's pretty much talking. He's not really singing, and talking about how he killed all his family members, and he kills himself at the end of the song.
I've seen that one on a lot of lists, but I wasn't familiar with it, and I had a really good list already. So
I was literally going through and finding stuff that I had stuff on albums too. I saw a bunch of names that I didn't have, but these I do have. So next is Immortal Technique.
God. You sunk my battleship.
Oh, really?
I didn't think.
Dance with the Devil.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a hip hop group.
Yeah.
It's basically his life getting worse and worse and worse. Then he goes into horrific crime, starts murder sprees and all kinds of stuff. And this was done to, yeah.
Had you listened to it before?
Yeah, I got the album.
Yeah. Well, okay. I mean, the full story of it is he wants to be a thug so bad, and he's not.
Right.
So
wannabes are the worst.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about wannabe gang members, wannabe military, wannabe thugs, wannabe cops, wannabe whatever. They're always the worst.
Yeah. Well, he does all this stuff.
I want to be a singer, and I'm just horrible. So see,
you are not horrible. You guys rock so hard.
I'm such a wannabe.
But he the character the guy narrating this story, okay, he's talking about somebody else, young William, and young William wants to be this thug, and well, he never got in really any kind of trouble, but he ended up getting in a little trouble, getting out of it, so everybody thought he snitched, and so he's trying to get back in the good graces of this crew he's trying to work with, and so they tell him you gotta go SA a lady, and so they go out on, they're drinking in this car and partying, and they find the victim, and so they snatch her up and take her to the rooftop, and so they do everything, they beat her up and all that, and then they got a t-shirt over her head, and so the guy's like, now you gotta offer. And so
I'll just give you that song since you're telling the story, because I got others too. So
well, no, I got more too. I'm just you've already said it. It's your number two.
Like I said, the Frankie Teardrop was like that too. It's just a story about how it's the father's view.
Well, okay, I haven't got slow your roll, Kevin. I haven't got to the most shocking part of the story. So he does all this stuff.
It's not even your turn.
I'll let him finish the story because I knew the story. So
I'll just shut up. You guys can talk. But he does his thing. Okay, the whole crew does his thing, and then he pulls the hood, the t-shirt off, and it's his mom. So he just jumps off the top of the building, kills himself, and then the narrator of this story says, "Yeah, I was there. I raped, I SA'd his mom too, and." But yeah, I can't listen to that song very much. It's just like, wow. And it's like a 9-minute song.
I wonder if he wouldn't have jumped off the building, would have been in the gang.
Yeah, he would. They told him, all you got to do is offer, and you're in. And then he pulled the hood off, and it was his mom. And I'm just like, oh my God. So
insane.
So many levels.
Yeah, this anyway, these guys came about when that horror hip hop kind of thing was popular. There was a lot of horror hip hop coming around. 20 years ago, 25 years ago?
2001 is when the album came out.
That's about right.
About-ish.
And I'm going to stay in the, this is probably the most famous one I got out of all of them, was Eminem Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it's about a guy, it's about a stalker, basically.
Yeah.
Anybody knows Eminem. It was done in 1994, or no, I was looking at the wrong one. That was done in 2000. So say, yeah, the vein of all those that came out about. And of course, I know a lot of people probably know that song just because Eminem's pretty popular.
Mm-hmm.
And how many I've done? 1, 2, 3. And then number 4, I'm going to do, I have quite a few here. I just like the name of this band, Throbbing Gristle. Timber Lady, and it's basically Throbbing Gristle's industrial, big time industrial, and it's about about an individual with a burn, who's a burn victim, and
Yeah.
the skin and stuff, how it just boils and pusses. And even after they're not burnt anymore, it still boils and pusses for. I've learned from having a friend that had that. It still kind of does it for a very long time, even after they've healed. It's kind of it kills something deep inside the core.
Mm.
And I'm going to throw in one other band. May never heard of them. They're called the Haters Coalition.
All right.
And the song Monster. This is
Mhm.
kind of self-identifying as a psyche / personality and body pieces all sewn together from a personal experience. The song's from the monster being born. So, as you know, the song, somebody in this chat who wrote it, I'm not sure who. It's kind of easy. Well, because if you listen to it, stitches in his head, heart jar, all this kind of stuff. So that's why I thought I'd throw it in there, because it was my attempt at being kind of. I got one that's probably worse, but this is the one that's everybody that because there's even a dance now thanks to you, Sontia.
Did I start the dance?
I don't know, but I see you do it all the time. So I may have actually started it a little bit, but I think
Mars Nicole actually started the dance.
Oh, okay.
I think she did it.
Okay. But anyway, that's my 5 there. I got a couple of backups just in case, but I went first, so I don't have to use them.
No. In case anybody didn't know, I'm Kevin's ghostwriter. It's out.
I'm a mustard.
But yeah, because it's all about the body parts, and then how later on he gets chased with pitchforks and burnt on a pyre. So
yeah. I'm a little shocked we got a dinger, and I'm a little butthurt. It was my battleship, but I had one that I wanted to work on, and I couldn't work it on, so now I get to. That's cool.
Yeah. Well, especially Immortal Technique. I mean, when I saw that, because I went and looked at some lists, and I didn't want to go into the metal. Everybody expects metal. Everybody expects all those, Alice Coopers and Guar and all those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And even the Green Jello guys who I've been with and stuff like that. But I definitely wanted to throw us in there because every once in a while I dress as Captain Spaulding. So you can't get much more shocking than that.
A grown man in a clown suit. Yeah, that's pretty shocking. All right. You want to go next, Sontia, or do you want me?
We can do the tiebreaker. And what I think is that Kevin should pick a number between 1 and 10, and then we write the number on our hand, and then whoever's closest wins.
Well, that means we got to have something to write with. Okay.
All right.
Does it have to be on our hand?
No, I just don't have a piece of paper.
You can put on your cheek.
All right. You got a number, Kevin?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
All right, ladies first.
I got the number 7. Can you see it?
5.
I was picking 8.
All right.
Yay!
All right. Tiebreaker success.
Woo! Coach would be so proud.
And here is your sounder. I'm slacking.
All right. I thought my list was shocking, but apparently it's not. I definitely didn't really clutch my pearls when I was doing this. What I was thinking of when I was thinking of shocking songs, I was thinking of songs that had a impact, that were shocking when they came out. Like they came out and everybody's like, oh my God. So that's where, oh, he is proud. Oh my goodness. Look, everybody, Coach is proud. But yeah, so that's my list today, is things that just got everybody's panties in a bunch. And I'm going to start way back in the day. We are going to do Strange Fruit by Billie Holiday.
Oh yeah.
And of course that was shocking because it's such a mellow song, but it had such an impact. And it was just telling the tale about horrible things that were going on with people. And let me see, I put down some of southern trees bear strange fruit, blood on the leaves, blood at the root, black bodies swinging in the southern breeze. And she just sung it fearlessly and really it was just something that needed to be brought attention to because people were just doing it all willy-nilly.
Yeah.
And somebody had to write something that said, that's kind of fucked up.
Yeah. It's probably part of her downfall too. I mean, she probably spoke too loud. And, I mean, she ended up in prison, I think, shortly after that for some trumped up charges.
Oh yeah. And then of course you get your blacklist and whatnot, but if you don't say something, nothing will change. So sometimes you just gotta bite the bullet and figure out what you're gonna do and be the bad guy until you realize that you never really were.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is my number one. My number two is going to be by our old friends, 9 Inch Nails. I was not allowed to listen to 9 Inch Nails when I was growing up. I couldn't even turn it on the radio. Like literally, I felt like people could hear it from outside and come in and be like, "What are you listening to?" I'm like, I'm listening to it's not the rock and roll, it's something else. I don't know. It sounds like they're banging on cans. They're very angry people, but it has a fun beat and I like to dance to it.
And they had 2 drummers for the longest time.
Oh my God, yeah. I saw was it 9 Inch Nails in concert? Yes, I saw 9 Inch Nails. That was like one of the biggest shows that I had gone to in my 20s, and I think I won a ticket or something like that, and it was insane. Oh my God, that concert was insane. I had such a good time. I had no idea what was going on. I got pushed into the pit like a real pit, like an actual one, and like it was fine until it started swirling. Like I didn't know that was a thing that was going to happen, and then folks come out. And it was before the whole kick thing. Like it was just rush and
that's hardcore dancing. The pits are still around. Hardcore dancing. And what
there was no hardcore dancing.
What you're seeing in Kansas is just messing it up.
Oh.
So you still go to other places where anybody but the hardcore dancing, you still get the pits and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Kansas has a weird way of approaching it.
But yeah, they mosh pit the country music, man.
I don't know. I feel like that was really terrifying to me. I was afraid. And I got kind of I got sucked out of it. Like I couldn't, because when you try to get out, you kind of get pushed back in, and I found myself a hole, and then I think somebody actually pulled me out. They were like, "You don't belong here, child."
No.
Anyways, but the 9 Inch Nail song that I have is Closer.
Yeah.
Because the first time I heard it, I went, I said, "You want to do what? Like a now?" Me?
And they got a lot of MTV. Do that song.
Like, are you serious? They played this on the radio?
It has a video to it that was pretty big too.
Oh my God, that was and it was gross. Like it wasn't even sexy. I was like, this is confusing.
The video, yeah, weird bugs and yeah.
So, our old friends 9 Inch Nails doing this shaka-locker. All right, number 3. So there he was, just being gay to himself. And he had his country song with, I think it was Billie Ray Cyrus, little Nas X, had his country song. I cannot think of the name of that song. Oh, I almost said it. There's a horse involved.
Yeah.
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road, yes.
Yeah, that's what it is. I've been trying to think of that song all damn day. So he was just living his life. And I don't know who pissed him off, but somebody did. And he decided that he was going to be gay. And he wrote the song Montero, Call Me by Your Name. And it shocked people to the point that, one, they thought he was the devil, which is usually where they go when you're shocked.
Yeah.
They thought that he was corrupting children. They thought that he was a sexual deviant, which may be true. But that's his business.
We got Sprout on. What is up, man?
What's up, Sprout? But yeah, so some of the lyrics to that one are, I want to sell what you're buying. I want to feel on your ass in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I want the jet lag from and flying. Shoot things with some stuff and some other things. That's you get the idea. You get the idea. You get the idea. And so yeah, Lil Nas X just blew up the world with that song. Like it was just like they were like you're gay, and he was like, no, I'm gay. And I hate you all, and I am the devil. And then he counted his money and left. Like,
yeah, I haven't heard much from him. The Old Town Road ruined it for me. I couldn't get into that song. I don't got nothing against him or Billie Ray, but together it was just not my thing, not my cup of tea. And that's
I love Old Town Road was a good song. It really was a good song. And then he had a little bit of beef with Dave Chappelle there for a minute. I don't know what happened, but they got into it for a little bit. It was funny as hell.
Yeah, it was a song. I'll agree to that.
It was definitely a song. It was definitely a shocking song.
I haven't heard your pick for the shocking song, though. I hadn't heard that one.
Oh, yeah. So, number 4, of course, as we all know, I love Nickleback. I feel like I don't say it enough to where anybody really appreciates how much I love Nickleback, but I love Nickleback so much. Trent Reznor wrote the music for Lil Nas X. Please explain. But anyhow, back to Nickleback. So here, I don't think I put it on the screen for the people on YouTube. That's what we're questioning right now. So we're gonna wait. We're gonna wait for a response. So Nickleback likes your pants around your feet, you know. And the reason why Figured You Out is on my list, one is because I love Nickleback, but also because the first lyric is I like your pants around your feet.
Yeah.
The first time anybody heard that song, they said, you like my wear what? And it's a song about a fun and exciting toxic relationship that ends in somebody getting choked. I don't know if it was in a good way or a bad way, but it did happen.
Was it consensual?
Yeah.
Probably not. Did anybody go to jail?
Yeah, nobody would. Nobody called the cops. Everybody woke up the next morning, was sober, just ate some eggs, went to the Waffle House.
No one had to take years and years of therapy afterwards.
Well,
nobody went to therapy.
I'm thinking that yes. Well, I'm thinking he's saying yes that was the music was done by Trent Reznor. So you got like a intermingle thing, and you didn't even know you were trying.
Trent Reznor wrote a lot of stuff.
For Old Town Road. Yeah, you didn't even know. Look at that. Isn't that weird? We would have never known if Sprout wouldn't have tuned in today. That is freaking awesome.
Talking about Sprout, his Kingfisher might even have a shocking song because there's.
I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
The one time to the bedpost now. I remember the whole song. I don't know which song it is, but it's like tie me to the bedpost now. I'm like, oh, sounds fun.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
Rick Harrison says the Nickleback line is you look so much better with something in your mouth.
Yeah, that one was also shocking.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to do that one because I'd prefer pants around her feet.
And that's the opening line. So, I mean, that's right there, right out of the gate.
Just right out of the gate. You know, we're going to have some fun and then we're going to choke each other. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time.
I'm not blushing. You're blushing. Oh.
All right. And then number 5, my final one, is by my favorite hot mess, Jessie Reyez. And I did not know what her name was for the longest time. I always run into her videos. My favorite song by her is Body Count. But she is just like a Spanish stabby, beautiful, incredible, amazing, frightening woman. We would be best friends in real life. I would love her so much. And the song that I picked by Jessie is Fuck It. And essentially it's about finding out that your man is talking to another woman. He wasn't even cheating. he wasn't even cheating. And so she and she gets his car, she crashes it, and then she threatens to blow his brains out. Is part of the lyrics. Yeah, it says, "You're lucky I didn't blow your brains out." And what's really shocking about it is you don't expect that to happen, because the song is like somebody just plucking the guitar gently, you know, and she comes in with the sweetest of voices, as most crazy women do.
Starts out sweet.
And then she just goes in.
Yeah,
she just goes. And it's just like, it's detailed. If they found him dead, we would all know it's her. If you know her, you wouldn't be shocked. But if you don't know her, it would definitely be a surprise. So that's my number 5.
All right. Good shocking list. Jaws hitting the floor everywhere. I can sense it.
It's so easy now. You look at it, how many songs, and almost everybody that's ever sung a song's got at least one just song that's out there, whether it's about breaking the law of some type or killing somebody or mass murder. Or,
you
know. Well, you've summed up my list here, so let's get into it. All right. I had a list immediately. Because I don't know, disturbing, shocking music is kind of where I live. I like it. Like I said, the Immortal Technique is one that I could not. I listened to it years and years and years ago, but it's not one I could listen to on a daily, because it's psychologically. I mean, it's like, I can't imagine. And then the way the narrator flipped the script and said, "Yeah, I was there." You know, and the devil follows me around too, you know. I mean, the devil's everywhere. It's like a 9-minute song. It's almost 2 songs in one. And but yeah, my number 5 is just as a little disturbing. It's I Saw Your Mommy, Suicidal Tendencies. The original version is the 83 self-titled debut album, but the version I heard it is off of the compilation album, a 1987 compilation album called Prime Cuts. That's where I found found this song. And it's the guy telling the story finds a body, and there's bugs crawling in its hair, there's blood everywhere. I saw your mommy. The music is if you've ever were a Puddle of Mud fan, and their hit song She Fucking Hates Me, Puddle of Mud borrowed or highly inspired by the music. The music sounds almost exactly the same. It was uncanny to me when I made that connection. But the Suicidal Tendency is very, very disgusting, and it's just great. It's just right in my wheelhouse. Number 2 or number 4, excuse me, is an oldie, originally written in 1966, inspired by the sniper at the Texas University. Do you remember hearing about that story?
They killed 5 people.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, it was inspired. A blind man.
I was alive when that happened, so it was a big thing.
You want a cookie?
No, I was in grade school though, or just started, so it kind of sticks to you when you first hear stories like that.
But yeah, the whole story of that was traumatic, and so this guy, he was blind, he didn't even see it, he just heard the story, wrote it in 1966, and then a couple people. I mean, it was written for like Elvis and Johnny Cash. I don't think they ever recorded it. I think George Jones, I think, did a cover of it, but the cover that I like, the version of it I like, is by Jack Kittel. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but the song is called Psycho. And he's talking about all these horror. He's like, I ran into my ex-girlfriend last night. She was with this guy. They're now buried underneath this tree. And don't you think I'm psycho, mama? he's like telling his mom this story, and then like and throughout and it ends. He tells off the dog, off his little brother, off the girl next door, and then Mama, I'm sorry I broke your cup. Like he just offed his mom. Her, mom had the coffee cup in his hand, and she's offed and broke her cup.
Yeah.
But again, this was 1966. For this song to come out then, I couldn't imagine what these people back in 1966 were going through when they heard this song.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I remember when we did the 1920s and there were so many songs about beating women and murder.
Yeah.
that I think it's just natural progression. I think it got better as time went on.
We got less shocked. They desensitized us to it. All the violence in movies, video games. It's got to be the video games. The video games. Yeah.
Damn Sonic the Hedgehog.
Damn that guy. All right. Kevin did mention my number 3, and this is his wheelhouse, and he's got ties to Trent Reznor, Mr. Marilyn Manson. And this is the 1989 album, Mechanical Animals. And the album is like Marilyn Manson with boobies and, no genitalia. And so that's shocking right there. But that is his bread and butter, is shocking the hell out of people. And my song is I Don't Like the Drugs, but the drugs like me.
Like me. Yeah.
That's not a lot. Even in 98, you weren't still hearing, blatant drug references. They were still kind of laced and hidden in things, but he's just like, yeah, drugs, cool.
Yeah. I had the dope show on mine.
Yeah. Like I said, that whole album is a good album. He, think what you will about him. He's a brilliant and talented artist. Whatever he does, we've gone over, whatever he does, and I don't know. And that you got to carry that one on to my number 2, because my number 2 is probably the most disgusting, filthy, horrible person ever to roam the earth. And so Mr. G.G. Allin, just shitting on people,
that
saying people on stage, which I don't know how much of it was propped, but staged, because surely he was arrested a lot.
It was not staged.
I'm sure some of it was, because he would have been arrested a lot more. But either way,
no, it was not staged. I've been to one of their shows. No, it was not staged. He just does it. Even when
maybe he has a condition or had a condition.
If you go in there, you better expect that shit to happen. That's all.
Are you talking about him or his brother?
No, I'm talking about him.
Okay, because he
died. He did a talking tour too, and he did the same shit.
Yeah, well,
if you started not paying attention to him, all of a sudden you walk up there and smear his hand in your fucking face, and
he was definitely a vile, disgusting, shocking person. And the song I chose is "When I Die," and he knew he wasn't gonna live forever. Didn't want to. He was trying to go out as fast as possible, and it's, for the most part, it's kind of like a will and testament, because when he did die, he overdosed in somebody's apartment after running from the cops from a show in New York or something like that, and fatal dose, and was gone. And a lot of photos with the body before the cops were called, and then they pretty much buried him like he was, and that's what he wanted. Just bury me with this bottle of Jim Beam. That's the only friend I ever had in life. And it's raw, because you do hear a little bit of the sadness. Most of the stuff was punk, in your face, just shock you, make you go, what the fuck is going on? But this song, you hear a little bit, I was always alone, when I go to jail, I got nobody to call. I got nobody to help me out. I got nobody to hear me, so it was raw and shocking that he opened up in that sense for that song. To me, it was, anyhow. But like I said, he a filthy, horrible person, and huge cult now. He's way more popular dead than he ever was alive. Most people. He was on the Sally Jesse Raphael show. Remember that show? He was on there getting beat up by Sally Jesse, and he's just he was out there. I can't agree on. I can't say I would do anything, but he was rock and roll. You know, I mean, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to do it my way. And what he wanted to do was be the most disgusting, vile person ever on the face of the planet. And I would say he did a pretty good job of doing that.
Yeah, while he was alive, they didn't get to play a whole lot of shows because every time he come to town, after a while, he was banned from certain towns, and the cops would pick him up and escort him out of town, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Get out.
So the murder junkies now get to actually do tours, even though the brother's pretty gross, but not quite that extreme.
Yeah, I've heard some stories too.
Oh, I got pictures actually.
Evidence. But my number one, like I said, was bumped. So, but I had one waiting in the ranks, and I'm glad I got to use it. It's by Rehab, and off of the 2014 album Graffiti the World, and the song is Red Water, and it's about, you know, the narrator in the story is a kid. His best friend lives next door, and the dad next door, you know, the kid's idolizing the family because, you know, he kind of wants that family. But what he doesn't realize is the dad is just, you know, hating life and offs himself in the bathtub. And, you know, so overflowing bathtub of red water. And it's a beautiful, the music is beautiful. You don't expect it to be about that. And there it is. It's about that. And anytime, like I said, I like Rehab. I've always liked Rehab. They got a couple songs that could be considered shocking. But yeah.
Like I said, I could have gone forever because you brought up the murder junkies, because right there in that same vein, I always think about the Mentors and El Duce, who ended up dying. He was like almost like Gigi in some ways, man. He was just a mess.
Yeah. Like Punk had a lot of that's kind of the definition, you know, to be in a punk band, you got to be a little shocking, you know.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Total's Possum Kingdom is one of the more popular shocking songs.
Yeah, that was that was what about. I didn't think it was that shocking at first, you know.
It's when you find out the story behind it.
Exactly. It's
That's
not
one of those where when you listen to it as a fan, you're going to have your own story. But when you hear the story of the guy who wrote it.
Yeah. I thought it was just, you know, he's finally getting with the girl that he wanted. You know, that's what I thought it was about, but it's totally not.
Well, it is.
That's what y'all got out of that. The first time I heard it, I knew somebody got killed. Like the first time I heard it.
He still got the girl. He killed her.
I won't be a gentleman.
That doesn't mean you don't
Meet
have
me
her.
behind the boathouse, right? Am I thinking another?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
I'll not be a gentleman
for my blushing bride forever.
Yeah, see, he got the girl.
I thought he just got lucky, and I was like, yeah, it's great.
No.
Yeah, I know it's not now. It was not good.
Stay beautiful forever.
He still got lucky. I mean, in a morbid sense of way, think about it. So,
but from what I heard about that song, because there was the tales that it was talking about, the lead singer was saying where he hit a body and describing something that he did, and then when they did the interviews, he was like, "No, we just made it up." I don't like that laugh.
He will never show where his bodies are buried. Turn on the lights. I'm scared of the dark.
You will never find the bodies. I promise you that.
Yeah, Alice Cooper, Cold Ethel was shocking.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, he was definitely the king of shock rock.
You got Wasp. You got Gore. I mean, I got to play with Green Jello. They're kind of that way, you know, minus the pool noodles.
So many pool noodles.
I think their shock is a little less disturbing. It's like animated shock, you know.
Right. I mean, there's
like animated violence on the.
Like I said, my favorite was Old Man in the River, and it was actually Paul Robertson. I said his name wrong. And he used Old Man River as a protest song. And he got thrown out of the country, so he stayed in London, and he ended up dying in London, and all that. But I mean, he was, like a super athlete, super singer, Broadway, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Mhm.
But he was well outspoken black man, and during that 27s, they threw him out of the country.
Yeah.
Just like your lady you were talking about, and he used that song as his signature song to protest what was going on against him.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of songs like that just
Shocking stories, the story behind them sometimes.
right. Maybe a great song and all friendly and happy, but when they were singing it and doing it because of certain things going on. So.
Yeah.
But,
we'll be back next week with Texas, the great state of Texas.
It's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge. The biggest state episode we've done to date. Yeah.
Okay, so it's Texas, but Texas what?
Just Texas.
Music from Texas.
Oh my God.
Top 5 favorite songs from
Texas is half the freaking market.
So it'll be easy.
Because they got Austin with the music stuff coming out of Austin, Texas.
Yeah, but
it's kind of become the whatever.
I can think of 20 bands that aren't from Texas right off my head, and I can
ZZ
think Top is the only band I can think of other than
I can go on Salty Dog, Rigor Mortis. I can go on all day if you want me to.
Pantera.
Yeah, so
I'm just gonna do Dallas because I'm obsessed with that town.
You got Dallas Fort Worth. You could probably get about 1,000 bands right there.
Yeah.
But Austin, Texas is like the new Nashville / LA. So
I think they've fizzled a little bit. I don't think they're. I mean, the Austin city limits, when that was still in its peak, I think that's when they had that title. But I think they've kind of sizzled.
Oh yeah, I still watch it. They still have some incredible shows.
Yeah,
it's just like you said, it fizzled, but it's because there's so many other avenues now to look at music and find music.
Yeah. I mean, they started it, and they were the only ones doing it, and then when everybody else,
the new Hollywood, the new Hollywood is Nashville. So I mean, come on. So it doesn't, it rotates around.
The new Hollywood is anybody with a phone and wants to make a fool of themselves on the internet.
The Walking Dead is filmed out of Nashville, and look how huge that got. So, and it's still going somehow.
Oh yeah. Oh, I cracked it, y'all.
Cracked it. All right.
I got it right on the spine.
Is that what we heard?
Yeah, maybe. Just wanted to share.
Yeah. Interesting art on your walls and awesome guitar. Do you got a guitar? I got a guitar, but I don't see much art on my wall. I mean, I can't see it.
You got to see one of your pieces, one of our pieces. Well, you can actually see. No, it was just one. Yeah. The robot dude, the steampunk robot. Oh, Stephanie just came on.
What's up, Steph?
Stephanie or Sontia, are you playing anywhere this weekend?
No.
You still on hiatus?
Yeah, I play on the 21st, which is a Tuesday. It's going to be Dad Rock at Kirby's, and it's going to be so fun because we're all going to have mustaches.
So you get to play all your greatest hits of Nickleback.
I mean, like all my songs are pretty much
Nickleback is dad rock when you really want to put it down to it. Nickelback is dad rock.
Yeah, it's more of a cover show actually. So I get to dust off my covers because I usually only do 2 during a show, maybe 3, but I get to do most of them now.
Awesome.
And I just learned 2 songs. And so I'm debating as to whether I'm going to do those or just the ones that I already had written down, but I'm really excited.
Yeah. Well, Sunday, weather permitting, Stephanie, Kevin, and a shit ton of other people, weather permitting, I think they said they're going to make the call Friday. It's supposed to rain and wind. So, but keep your peepers peeled for that at Mopig's page there, and hopefully we can get out and
Just give me an excuse to
Some
clean up my
knuckles.
vehicle so I can load it up properly with artwork now. Because my vehicle's been just shoved packed full of stuff. Now I'm finally getting stuff out of there.
Yeah.
But regardless of the weather, Sunday, the Haters Coalition is playing Kirby's.
Woo!
Regardless of the weather.
Yeah.
Because it's inside.
Irregardless.
And it's
Irregardless.
Kirby's will play if there's a tornado on the ground. Screw it.
Absolutely.
We're punk rock. It's shocking.
Oh, there was this one time.
Kirby's has nothing to do with punk rock. It's Kirby's. The power will go out. We'll still keep playing.
There's
The
this
Howdy
one time
Doody
there was
Commission. Rich Harrison's got a Howdy Doody Commission of Kevin's on his wall.
Yeah, he does.
There was this one time there was a tornado bait party and Carrie Nation and the Speakeasies were playing, and the band that opened for him was playing outside, and a tornado actually hit downtown on Douglas, and it was twirling, and the tree like at the Shamrock was, I don't know if you guys know about the Shamrock, but there's a tree and it was like, it was doing that right there, and the band kept playing. It's insane.
Hey, pretty ladies around the world. Is that what it was doing?
Yeah, and the bassist was the only one that looked concerned, and everybody else just kept playing. And I was like, you can come inside. Like, you don't need to do that.
The bassist must not be from Kansas. Everybody else was from Kansas. They're just like, whatever. We die. They're like,
Yeah,
Dolph
you're from
Lundgren.
Kansas.
If we die, we die.
I could get a hold of my parents one time. This is back before cell phones because we're calling to make sure they're okay because we knew some tornadoes were landing out there. They didn't answer, so we drove out there. They weren't there. They went chasing the tornadoes, and they're like in their 70s at this time, chasing tornadoes. I was like, holy cow. You must be from Kansas.
Yeah, it's just like, we've lived long enough.
All right, well, I gotta go put my plants to bed, y'all. It's been a good show.
Yay.
I'm gonna go tell my plants good night, and y'all have a good night too.
All right, I'm gonna eat some more jambalaya.
Yeah, I'm headed over to your house, Sontia, to eat some jambalaya.
I'll leave a bowl on the porch.
Leave a bowl on the porch because I'll be asleep when you get here.
Yeah, the neighborhood dogs will get to it before I get there. Or the stray cats.